Welcome back to Breakfast Television on this Friday morning. 680 News senior business editor Mike Eppel joins us live. Good morning. How are you, Mike?
Good, thank you. Happy Friday. How are you?
Happy Friday. Listen, I know that there are a lot of gamers out there, and it is big business.
Huge. We've been talking about games and apps and all this technology all week. It seems like, Melissa. And the latest is this epic battle between Apple, Google, and the maker of...
I see what you did there.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
The maker of Fortnite, which is one of the most popular video games most recently. It's made by Epic Games. Apple and Google have pulled Fortnite off their app store because they say the latest version has a way for Epic to circumvent the in-app payment, well, not kickback, but revenue that Apple and Google receive from in-app purchases. 30%. I mean, we're talking big bucks. And in this case, you're taking a risk by taking that popular download off your system.
Sure.
And also, Apple and Google could be opening themselves up here to more scrutiny from lawmakers because Epic is now suing Google and Apple for anti-competitive practices, basically saying they're a monopoly. And just a few weeks ago, these big tech companies were in Washington.
I watched that, yeah.
Being grilled about their business practices. Have they gotten too big? Do they need to be broken up somehow? All of this is going to come to the forefront. And, and then Epic totally trolls Apple on its website with a spoof of Apple's 1984 Macintosh computer, basically accusing Apple now of being Big Brother, which at the time was Apple saying we're the little guy when it was battling against Microsoft back in the day.
How things change.
It's awesome. Oh, by the way, Apple yesterday was within about $100 billion of becoming the first $2 trillion company.
Wow.
That's a footnote.
Wow, yeah. Now, I want to talk about travel right now.
Yes.
People aren't getting on planes, and
No.
that's trouble.
Well,
for business.
and the latest, it's a sliding scale. Everything changes day by day. The UK has now re-implemented a 14-day travel restriction for visitors coming in from France because the COVID-19 numbers in France are on the rise.
Yeah. So
immediately the airlines get a hit, and we're watching the parent company of British Airways, for example, IAG, down by 7%. It just seems like anytime there is a glimmer of hope that the industry is bottoming and on the rebound, something else develops, and this is probably going to be the case as we deal with keeping things.
The change is happening so quickly right now, too, especially in those European countries. We're seeing those numbers rise at the moment. And so,
that's right.
Any decision that they make today.
And then they immediately clamp down. And they immediately clamp down to get ahead of it, right? Which is what we weren't doing originally. So, the airline and travel and tourism industry is always seemingly the barometer of where we are in the reopening process.
Yeah, so sensitive to the whole situation.
Yeah.
The U.S. Senate, they're breaking it till September.
Yeah. No deal on a stimulus plan, and let's go on vacation.
Right.
Why not? And they probably weren't going to reach any type of an agreement on an extension of unemployment insurance benefits and other things that they were working on. So they're gone until after Labor Day, unless they reach some sort of behind closed doors agreement. Maybe they'll be recalled. But in the short term, it looks as though the U.S. economy, which had been propped up by stimulus efforts, might be in for some struggles. Certainly in a lot of uncertainty in the later stages of the summer for a lot of Americans. And this has been, coming back to political angle of how you deal with a pandemic and are they getting the job done.
That's the thing, too.
And,
you have to remember,
markets are down this morning, and markets are down as a result because that has also been one of the big stimulus efforts or catalysts, I suppose, for the market rally that we've seen over the past several months now.
I was just going to say that with the U.S. election coming up in November, keep in mind that everything is political right now.
Yeah. I think that can be said for any day of the week that ends in a Y.
And this day, it ends with a Y, Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks so much for that, Mike.
Thank you very much.